Whenever someone is hurt at work, a major injury we often see involves the shoulder. So let's talk a little bit about the shoulder so we can better understand how these injuries often occur. The shoulder is composed of three bones: the clavicle or collarbone, the scapular, the shoulder blade, the humerus, which is the upper arm bone. For the shoulder to remain in a stable position, it must be anchored by muscles, tendons, and ligaments. These act in concert to give you a lot of mobility in this joint. But because of the mobility in this joint, you are also more prone to injury. Shoulder injuries can occur from a worker doing a repetitive job, process, or an operation on an assembly line, or from lifting heavy or bulky objects, especially if the job involves overhead lifting. In 2014, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, there were 88,990 workplace shoulder injuries reported in the U.S. A 2003 survey from the Bureau of Labor Statistics showed that back injuries were the most frequently reported on-the-job injury. However, shoulder injuries kept people out of work for a longer period of time. And here are just some of the types of shoulder injuries we have seen over the years: dislocation, separation, rotator cuff tear, frozen shoulder fracture. Rotator cuff tears, for example, can be very painful. And I'm speaking from personal experience, as I've suffered this injury, had surgery, in the extensive physical therapy. The tears can either be caused by a traumatic event due to trauma from a fall or lifting a heavy object, or a chronic tear, the result of repeated actions over time with the arms working above shoulder level. If you have a rotator cuff tear, you will often have pain on top of the shoulder or down the outside of the arm, shoulder weakness, loss of range of motion in the shoulder. The arm can feel heavy, weak, and have a constant dull, achy pain. The best way for a doctor to diagnose the injury is through imaging tests, such as an MRI, a CT scan, or ultrasound imaging. If surgery is needed to repair the tear, there could be an extended period of disability and physical therapy. Whenever people are forced to miss work because of a shoulder injury, they and their families experience all kinds of worries, and they often suffer financially. People call me all the time with the same types of questions when they've suffered on-the-job injuries. Who will pay for my lost time from work? Who pays for my medical bills? Do I have to treat with a company doctor? Can I see a doctor that I know and trust? And what about my future medical needs? Here's my advice. You need to protect yourself and hire an attorney that specializes in workers' compensation claims right here in Georgia. The attorney can explain your rights as well as the insurance company's responsibilities. I'm more than happy to speak with you personally about your claim and answer all of your questions and concerns. The consultation is free, it's completely confidential, there is no obligation. One other thing. If you hire me to handle your case, we work on a contingency fee basis. This means you don't pay me a retainer. There's no money up front. I'm not paid by the hour, the phone call, the meeting, the email, the letter. I only get paid if there's a recovery for you. Under Georgia's workers' compensation system, the attorney's fees are just 25% of the recovery. Plus, as an added protection to all injured workers in the state, no attorney's fees can even be charged unless the state board approves it. Bottom line, you have nothing to lose by calling me. But think of all you can lose if you don't. The law offices of Gary Martin Hayes & Associates, 770-934-8000. Thank you for watching this video on workers' compensation claims under Georgia law. For more information like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you want to watch more videos on workers' compensation claims, just click on one of the videos here on the screen.